Hi all. I bumped into this book at the library, and it's a survival book. And reason why I thought I reason why I thought it would make a good video is because it's pretty clear, you know, from outdoor life. So just to give you a quick look at this thing. It's nice, it's heavy duty, it's got metal on the edges. They must figure that you're going to be looking at it when times are bad. So it's heavy duty pages, you know, they aren't flimsy at all. They go through some of the skills that you need. Getting the right mindset, color perception, sharpen your senses, shake your trail, avoid automatic behavior. See, these are topics you normally wouldn't even think of. You know, keep yourself in the loop. Adapt and overcome. Okay, call emergency services all throughout the world. See, 112, 110, 999. Stress, trauma, mask, gloves. Protect yourself, proper emergency gear, different types of tape, tape up your knees, okay, paracord. Paracord comes in handy for all kind of things, different types of knots, okay, basic self-defense. Tools. Weapons. Flashlights. Battery for your car. Kitchen, helpful items. So you can see why I thought this was a pretty good book. It's got all kind of nice topics, things that you would never even think of. So let's hit some of the main sections here. Family. Being prepared makes modern day hassles or minor emergencies much more bearable. That's me. That's my house. That's the way it looks here in the winter. So you got to make sure your roofs don't cave in if it snows too much. Chains on your tires. Grab bag. They call it a bug out bag. That's why it's good to have a gas-powered chainsaw. Usually that big an item though, you let the pros handle it, but if it's a bad disaster, you may be on your own. If you're stuck in the city during a disaster, that kind of happened to me once during that big blackout years ago. That covered half the country, or half the East Coast. But I lucked out. I was right off the freeway. I was I was in the gym locker room and the power went out. So campus police came around and said, "You gotta go." So I got dressed and left, and I just hopped right on the freeway. I was just like a block away from the freeway. I was spot a pickpocket. Passports. Develop a plan. Keep it together. Supply of water. Supplies in your fridge. Guard your neighborhood. Walkie-talkies. That's what I've been planning. I've got some old walkie-talkies that my grandfather had, but I've been planning on getting some new ones. You can get small ones now at a hardware store or sports store for like 20, 30 bucks. I think guys use them for hunting. Carbon monoxide. Emergency ladder for the second floor of your house. What to do if you're on fire, drop and roll. How to handle an injured pet. Run off a raccoon. Probably be easier just throw them a little piece of food and they'll leave. Right? How to avoid a rabid dog. So you can see it brings up a lot of topics that you wouldn't normally see in a survival book. So that's why I thought it was a nice one to do a video on. Survival in a snowbound car. Ride out an earthquake. Surviving under debris. Hazmat. So there's all types of survival books, but they mainly talk about what to do if you're like stuck out in the woods. This one brings up a lot of common sense topics that you wouldn't normally think of. When disaster strikes, what do you do? Beat the odds. Help is on the way, but not fast enough, or it may never arrive. You need to act now. Do you have what it takes to save the day? Medic, public safety expert, and disaster preparedness consultant Joseph Pred has got you covered with simple, effective, real-world strategies. Be a survivor, whether you need to cope with a missing child or flooded basement, a medical crisis, an armed intruder, a deadly hurricane, or any number of emergency situations. This book is packed with the tools and skills you need to prepare for the worst and perform at your best. Okay? Something he brought up here. Medic. Something that would be a good idea is take a first aid class. You know, last I knew they were only $60. Might last a weekend. And it goes through basic first aid. This is the one from my first aid class. This was what, 1979. Lots of stuff has changed since then, so this book is kind of outdated. But the class really isn't that hard. You know, they teach you CPR, Heimlich maneuver, you know, all kind of basic first aid stuff. Okay, so just contact your local American Red Cross, ask them where a local class is, and sign up for it. Some employers have this on their premises, so you might be able to take it for free. You know, get in touch with your employer and ask them if they offer it. I know I was teaching college for years, and one school I taught at, they would have it twice a year. And very few people took it. You know, there might be 10 people in it. You know, I took it every time it came around. And you'd actually get a certificate saying that you passed the class, you know. It wasn't real in-depth, but at least it was something, you know, and you got updated on the emergency techniques. Okay, see ya. Bye.